The video is a part of a business academic series. Covers a selection of business topics, like as strategic implementation. You will find information about the role of corporate management and organizational structures. What is implementing strategy? According to Pierce, J. and Robinson, strategy implementation is the process of turning plans into action to reach the desired outcome. Essentially, it's the art of getting stuff done. The success of every organization rests on its capacity to implement decisions and execute key processes efficiently, effectively, and consistently. The role of corporate management? What is it? The role of corporate management in multi-business increasingly faces a common dilemma. The dilemma is, how can the resource advantages of a large company be exploited, while ensuring the responsiveness and creativity found in the small companies against which each of their businesses competes? This dilemma constantly presents managers with conflicting priorities or adjustments as corporate managers. Dilemmas, the conflicting priorities. The rigorous financial controls and reporting enable cost efficiency, resource deployment, and autonomy across different units. Flexible controls are conducive to responsiveness, innovation and boundary spanning. Multi-business companies historically gain an advantage by exploiting resources and capabilities across different businesses and markets, yet competitive advantage in the future increasingly depends on the creation of new resources and capabilities. Continue with the dilemma of conflicting priorities, for example, is the aggressive portfolio management. Aggressive portfolio management seeking maximum shareholder value is often best achieved through independent businesses, and the creation of competitive advantage increasingly requires the management, recognition, and coordination of business interdependencies. What does competitive advantage mean? Competitive advantage refers to factors that allow a company to produce goods or services better or more cheaply than its rivals. These factors allow the productive entity to generate more sales or superior margins compared to its market rivals. What competencies should managers possess? Look few of those competencies. Interpersonal skills, communication and motivation, organization and delegation, forward planning and strategic thinking, problem solving and decision making, commercial awareness, mentoring. How do I develop my management skills? These are some of the areas organizations that need to look for work when hiring and training potential new managers. Managers need to have competencies that support the corporate mission statements and corporate vision. What type of management skills do we need to have to support the company? That depends on the type of managers the company needs according to its business. Generally speaking, management skills are certain attributes or abilities that an executive should possess to fulfill specific tasks in an organization. Good management skills are vital for any organization to succeed and achieve its goals and objectives. However, the industry determines the type of managers we need. For example, we need supply chain managers, operations, manufacturing, HR, finance, engineering, design, IT managers, overseas operations managers, etc. What is the organizational culture? Organizational culture is the collection of values, expectations, and practices that guide and inform the actions of all team members. Think of it as the collection of traits that make your company what it is. For example, Apple, Ford Motor, Starbucks, Amazon, Google and others have organizational cultures that fit the purposes of their organization. Here is more information on organizational culture. That is the set of important assumptions, often unstated, that members of an organization share in common. Every organization has its own culture. An organization's culture is similar to an individual's personality, an intangible yet ever-present theme that provides meaning, direction, and the basis for action. In much the same way as personality influences the behavior of an individual, the shared assumptions, beliefs and values among a firm's members influence opinions and actions within that firm. The 5 basic primary organizational structures are functional geographic divisional, or strategic business unit matrix and product team. Each structure has advantages and disadvantages that strategists must consider when choosing an organizational form. Functional structures predominate in firms with a single or narrow product focus. The is the most common organizational structure. A functional structure is a type of business structure that organizes a company into different departments based on areas of expertise. These departments serve as functional units and are overseen by functional managers or department heads. Geographic organizational structure. A geographical organizational structure organizes people within an organization by geographic location. This structure creates specific divisions for each location. Each division acts as if it is its own company, combining different types of personnel for various business functions. Divisional or strategic business unit structure. Strategic business unit. A strategic business unit, popularly known as SBU, is a fully functional unit of a business that has its own vision and direction. Typically, a strategic business unit operates as a separate unit, but it is also an important part of the company. Matrix organizational structure. A matrix organization is a company structure where teams report to multiple leaders. The matrix design keeps open communication between teams and can help companies create more innovative products and services. Product team structure involves specialists and functional managers to a new product, process, or project team that has the authority to make major decisions about their product. Team members are involved in most cases permanently. See chart. Video from Bus Demi e-Learning Academy. The owner of Bus Demi e-Learning Academy is a PhD in business management, an industry practitioner, and an academics university business professor in the USA. An analytical and forward-thinking professor with broad-ranging expertise in e-learning and business training, with 20 years of teaching expertise, course development, leadership training, and other academic areas. Worked more than 20 years in the multinational USA corporation's electronics manufacturing environments, with extensive exposure to global diversity cultural settings overseas experience. Please subscribe to this channel.